I have never seen a team open the season like the Dallas Cowboys just did. Not only did the defense pitch a shutout, they had 4 defenders with at least 5 pressures each on Daniel Jones. They sacked him 7 times, picked off 2 passes, allowed 0 points, and returned an interception for a pick 6. Daniel Jones had 0 chance on dropbacks, the Giants' run game stalled after the first drive, and the Cowboys' defense we've been so excited to see all offseason destroyed the Giants. In today's video, we're going to look at the Cowboys' defense, what makes this unit so dominant and really unfair. I'm repping my Micah Parsons shirt today. This is going to be a fun video, so let's get into it. The first thing that we need to talk about is the favorite to win the Defensive Player of the Year award, Micah Parsons. In this game, Micah had 3 total tackles, 1 sack, and 1 tackle for loss. But that really doesn't do his dominance justice. From the start of the game, you could tell that the Giants knew he was going to be a problem. Micah was double-teamed 9 of his first 18 pass rushing snaps, and yet he still had 1 sack and was part of forcing a bad throw from Daniel Jones. To really understand how dominant he was, let's take a look at a couple plays. The first thing that you're going to notice from Micah's game is the speed. It's almost like he's gliding from side to side and then jumping north to south. The speed at which he can rush the passer is absurd. On this play, Micah lines up between DeMarcus Lawrence and Dorrance Armstrong. I do want to point out how insanely stacked this third down pass rush is. If the Cowboys can get teams into 3rd and long and pull out this unit, they're going to be nearly impossible to block. But Micah is going to do what he typically does and destroys the right guard with speed. He then is in Daniel Jones's face for the sack before Jones can even really get his feet set to throw. The craziest thing about pass rushers is that their stats don't always show up on the box score for them. It's the impact that they have on the guys around them making plays. So on this play, the Cowboys switch up the look. This time, Micah rushes from the inside. Osa, your defensive tackle, is rushing off the edge. The Giants are going to double team Micah with the left tackle and left guard. Osa is going to get to work against the tight end. Micah still bull rushes and pushes both of these guys, one of those being Andrew Thomas, who many consider to be a top-tier left tackle in the league. He's going to push Thomas into the lap of Daniel Jones. Jones is forced to step up in the pocket. Osa meets him right there for the sack. It's really amazing to me what teams are going to have to do to slow down Micah Parsons. And then you have other guys like Sam Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, Chauncey Golston, and Osa Odigizua that are going to come up and be able to make plays because Micah is occupying everyone. I mean, just for reference, Armstrong had 2 sacks last night. Osa had 2 as well. I mean, it's just going to be pick your poison with his defensive line. I do want to give a shout out to Osa Odigizua. It does appear that he took that next step in his 3rd year. And if Osa can take it up a notch from the defensive tackle position, this defense is going to be nearly impossible to get anything going on. Another guy that I want to give a shout out to in this video is Marquise Bell. If you remember, the Cowboys were really excited about Bell as an undrafted free agent pickup last year. He made the 53-man roster in his rookie season, but we didn't see him play much in 2022. That's because the Cowboys are stacked at the safety position. You have Jaron Kearse, Donovan Wilson, who didn't even play last night, Malik Hooker, Wanye Thomas, who we'll talk about in just a moment, and then Marquise Bell. For Bell, this Giants game was really his NFL debut. Multiple reports over the past few weeks said that Bell was expected to see time at linebacker this year after the injury to DeMarvion Overshown, and that's exactly what happened, and he played so much better than I could have ever expected. On this play, we're going to see the Giants try a Daniel Jones run to the right. What the Giants want to do is get Saquon out in front as the lead blocker, get 73 to pull as the right guard, and block the linebackers at the 2nd level. Well, Bell doesn't even give the guard a chance to block him because he's going to diagnose the play immediately as a quarterback run. Bell shoots the gap, sifts through the trash, and boom, a tackle for loss on Daniel Jones. While we're looking at this play, I want you guys to remember that this is the Cowboys' 5th safety turned linebacker, and he's out there making plays like this, diagnosing the run and making tackles for loss. How is that even fair in today's NFL, a salary cap league? Okay, I'm done. let's move on to the next one. In this one, we're going to see where being a true safety kind of plays into Bell's favor. He's going to drop back into coverage. Jones decides to dump the ball off to the running back, and here's where the ranginess comes into play. Bell is going to cover a ton of ground, coming across the field, sifts through the mess once again, and lays the boom on the running back for the forced fumble. I am once again reminding you, this is an undrafted player that is for the first time seeing live NFL action, and he's out there playing like this. Kudos to Dan Quinn. Kudos to Marquise Bell. Hell of a game for both of them. Before we end this video, I do want to talk about Wanye Thomas because the dude deserves it. An undrafted second-year player as well had his fair share of plays early in this game, but the blocked field goal is what flipped the entire game up on its head. Now, I don't know if this was a John Fossil thing or a Wanye Thomas thing, but Thomas is going to jump through the line and make the block. But here comes my favorite part, because once Iggy picks up the ball, Thomas is looking to be the lead blocker. He absolutely lays this dude out, makes a key block, and then it's a track race to the end zone for a Cowboys touchdown. Wanye had a heck of a game, not just special teams, but on defense as well. And while the Cowboys defense played awesome and there were a lot of guys that we could have talked about, next week is going to be the real challenge with that Jets offense. Aaron Rodgers, a quarterback that I believe is still top tier, a true #1 wide receiver in Garrett Wilson, and a good stable of running backs. So if you want to see me talk about all of that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I love you all. Bye.